What's up guys, Scott the Life Artist back with another banger. So what did I want to talk about today? What I wanted to talk about is slowing down, but sometimes you got to go down to get over. Now I know what you're thinking, you perverts, but I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is that we all love the thrill of like high frequencies or hyper frequencies where it's, you know, when you're dancing and with your friends or you're creating, maybe you're writing, producing something, it's just high res, it's exciting, right? Those higher frequencies are very exciting. But it's also important, at least from my experience, to sometimes slow down. But when you get the high, you inevitably will get some sort of drop because it feels like a high, so you're gonna get a drop. And then during the drop, it's okay to slow down. And I kind of see it like baritone or bellow, or the bellows or the bass of your frequency. It's okay to slide down a bit. And let's say, chill out. Let's say simmer down. Let's say cool down, and just kind of take your time. Become a bit more weighty, become a bit more, let's say, let go, a bit more loose, and kind of just let things come to you. And I think that is what integration is all about. It's about you assimilating this ladder of your frequency, if you will, or these chains. Like you have the chain links on a chain, but sometimes you always want to be really high, and then you drift down to go a bit lower. But when you're lower, be okay with that. Be okay with kind of just drifting, and you will be surprised how much empathy and connection you get with others who are a little bit, let's say, lower. Maybe you're thinking of the older generation, and that when you're really high and really hyper, but they struggle to understand who you are, right? Because you're just creating fast, you're doing things fast, you're dancing fast, you're with friends, speed, hyper. But if you can learn to slow down and relax, there's gifts in that more bellowy, lower frequency. And when you can integrate and learn to slow down and then speed up and kind of find your tempo and find a dance, that is inevitably super powerful. So that's it. Go down to get over, because often more than not, we have certain nicks within our frequencies, certain niggles, if you will, that kind of make us feel a bit uneasy, right? Like, let's say, for example, you're producing music, you're really hyper, really high, boom, everything's good, it's all love, and there's a knock at the door, right? Just like when those people come in, it's, oh, I'm a bit disturbed, right? Knock at the door, someone wants to speak to you about your rent. That's a bit of like a lower frequency, it's a bit more bellowy. But if you can be a master and learn to kind of settle in a bit, slow down when you need to slow down, speed up when you need to speed up, you become this fearless warrior, this badass. And I think that's where real power is, man. That's where real fun, real joy is. So just speaking from myself, you can liberate yourself. Liberate yourself through being okay with these lower frequencies within you. Being okay with being a bit more gritty, a bit more stony, a bit more wooden, a bit more steely, instead of always just high fly. Learn to integrate if you are presented with those vibrations. And you kind of will turn depression into solace, depression into chilling out. Slowing down as not a negative, but rather you savoring and cherishing life a bit more. So there we go, guys. Go down to get over. And it's kind of like a springboard. Imagine you going down, be okay with going down, boom, you go back up, boom, you go back up, boom, you go back up. And you probably just keep going higher and higher. I'm not quite sure how it works, but this is how it works for me. Or like a tree. Imagine a tree, you have the deep nutrients, the root, the darkness underneath, and then boom, flowers, boom, springtime, boom, trees, boom, majestic nature. It's kind of like that. So be okay when it's time to burrow down a bit and go into the soil. And again, you gotta go down to get over, right? Go down to go higher. So be okay with that. All right, I love you guys, and I'll speak to you in the next one.